Today, we're diving into a crime that's spreading like an absolute wildfire across the globe. But this isn't about some sophisticated virus or a complex hack. No, the weapon of choice here is something far more personal. This is the story of the pig butchering epidemic.
Just take a second and look at this number. $3.5 billion. That's a staggering amount of money. And it's how much was stolen from Americans in a single year, 2023.
And get this wasn't taken from banks or big corporations. This was stolen from thousands of everyday people. Not with some fancy piece of code, but through a painstakingly constructed illusion of love and trust.
So you have to be wondering, what kind of weapon could possibly pull off a heist this big? Some kind of massive data breach? A piece of unstoppable malware?
Nope. It starts with something you've probably gotten dozens of times. A simple, harmless-looking text message. You know the one. Hi, sorry, wrong number. And that's how we get here, to our first section. We're going to break down exactly how something as human as affection has been weaponized in what you could call the billion-dollar heartbreak. The name for this crime is, well, it's pretty chilling. It's called pig butchering. It's a direct translation from Chinese, and the name describes the process perfectly. Scammers first fatten up their target with months of friendship and romance, building deep trust. Then comes the slaughter, where they convince them to pour everything they have into a completely fake investment. So how on earth does a simple wrong number text escalate into total financial ruin? Well, the process is terrifyingly methodical. It's like a script.
It all follows a 5-step playbook. First, there's the contact. Then comes the connection. And this isn't a quick thing. We're talking weeks, even months, of daily good morning texts, late-night phone calls, sharing secrets. They literally become a part of your life. Once that deep trust is locked in, they make the suggestion. It's always casual, you know? Oh, my uncle has this amazing crypto thing. To get you hooked, they let you make a small investment that shows these incredible immediate profits on a very slick, real-looking app. And once your confidence is absolute, that's the slaughter. You invest your life savings, and then, overnight, the app, the money, and the person you thought you loved are all gone.
The financial numbers are mind-boggling, but the real story, the part that's truly gut-wrenching, is the human cost. We're talking about lives being completely destroyed. Just listen to this quote from the family of a victim in Ohio. It shows you the incredible depth of this psychological game. For 8 months, she talked to a man she'd never met, every single day. He built a bond so powerful that she truly believed he understood her better than her own family. And that intimate 8-month relationship cost her $400,000. Her entire retirement savings vanished. And she is tragically not alone. A retired teacher in Florida lost $800,000 and was so devastated she attempted suicide. A widower from Texas was tricked into remortgaging his home twice, losing over $1 million. The scale of this devastation is just immense. It's easy to picture some heartless criminal mastermind behind all this, right? But the reality, well, it's far more complicated, and frankly, it's even darker. So who are these people? And this is where the entire story takes its most shocking turn. Because in so many of these cases, the scammers aren't the villains. They're victims themselves. Yeah, you heard me right. The person on the other end of that phone, the one who meticulously built a relationship with you, is very likely a victim of human trafficking, forced to scam you completely against their will. Look at this. On one side, you've got the lie, a fake job ad for a social media manager with a high salary, room and board included. It's the promise of a new life. But the truth is a nightmare. They're lured to these massive, guarded compounds in countries like Myanmar and Cambodia. The second they arrive, their passports are taken. They're forced to work 16-hour days running these games. If they refuse, they're beaten. If they try to escape, they are sold to another compound, often a crueler one. So if we know this is happening, the obvious question is, why can't law enforcement just shut it all down? Well, the truth is, these criminal enterprises are proving to be incredibly resilient. This timeline really shows you the challenge. In 2023, the Department of Justice launched a massive international operation. They arrested nearly 100 people. It felt like a huge win. But just a few months later, the networks were back online, running at full capacity, almost as if nothing happened. This whole epidemic is really driven by a perfect storm. 1, the profits are just astronomical. 2,
The criminal organizations are decentralized and run like sophisticated tech companies. But the biggest factor, the real engine here, is demand. In a world where so many people feel isolated, the desire for a simple human connection is endless, and these criminals have become experts at exploiting it.
And all of this leaves every single one of us with a final, deeply unsettling question. The next time a stranger messages you online, the next time you form a connection in the digital world, how can you ever be sure who or what is really on the other side?